Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test. Test 1 2. Test.
featuring the Rivier University Raiders and your Wheaton College Lions. At this time, in honor of Veterans Day, we would like to thank and pay tribute to all of our troops, veterans, and military families. Thank you for all that you have given to keep America safe and for your everlasting commitment to continue to uphold the values that you defended. Wheaton College, the MUMAC, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, homophobic remarks, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from said competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. At this time, we ask that you please rise if able. Remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Day 2 of the Wheaton College Tip-Off Tournament here inside Emerson Gymnasium. Welcome into the NUMAC Sports Network, everybody. I'm Jackson Walsh. Game 1 of the 2-game set features the host Wheaton College taking on the Raiders of Rivier. Both of these squads dropped their opening games last night. RPI took down Wheaton in a game that was tight from start to finish, while Rivier fell to a talented Western New England team that had a commanding victory in the opener. Before we take a tip, we'll take a look at the starting lineups. We'll send that down to public address announcer Alan Wickstrom.
Coached by Deanna Purcell, assisted by Angelisa Rhodes, Amanda Payette, and Scott Purcell. Acknowledgement, your Lions. A sophomore guard from Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, for Kiki Walker. A sophomore forward from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, for 10, Regan Tatum. A sophomore guard from Sacramento, California, for 15, Dennis Jasperson. A junior guard from Masonic, Massachusetts, for 22, Abby Hernandez. A sophomore forward from North Reading, Massachusetts, for 42, Nasha Arnold. The Lions are coached by Alex Turnow, assisted by Joy Moretti and Natalie Wynn. Officials for today's contest are Bill Gillen, Penny Waters, and Nathan Mendez.
Alan Wickstrom on the mic for PA on the starting lineups here from Emerson Gymnasium. He'll turn it over to Colin Riley for the rest of the game. We'll take a more in-depth look at the starters here first for the visiting Rivier Raiders. The senior guard, number 1, Hannah Muchmore. Junior guard, number 5, Jessica Carrier. Sophomore guard, number 11, Anna Steinger. Senior forward, number 23, Lyra Grumblatt. She can put the ball in the basket at a high eclipse. And it's the junior forward, number 33, Alexa Dufries. For the Lions, they'll send out the same starters they did yesterday. At guard, it's number 15, Kenneth Jasperson. Guard number 4, Kiki Walters. It's guard number 22, Abby Fernandez. The forwards, number 42, Nasha Arnold. And number 10, Regan Cater. Tip is up, and we're underway. Here for day 2, game 1 of the Wheaton College tip-off tournament. Wheaton in the home whites, Rivier in the away navies. Grumblatt. Quick steal to start off the game, going the other way. She's fouled hard as she goes into the wall. She'll go to the line for 2 shots here in the first possession. Lyric Grumblatt, the senior, out of Manchester, New Hampshire. Poured in 24 last night. That included a 4 for 11 performance from three-point territory. Top scorer on this Rivier team, top returner as well. She was GNAC first team last season in her junior year. Senior counterpart, Hannah Muchmore, GNAC's second team. Second one from Grumblatt is up, and she goes 2 of 2 at the line to start off the afternoon. And it's Jasperson. Worked back outside Arnold. There's Fernandez. The floor general pulls up free throw line. Can't fight it, and Grumblatt has herself a rebound. Raiders back on 0. It's Grumblatt again. Tough shot, and she's going to go back to the line. Abby Fernandez charged with a foul there, and Wheaton's got 2 quick fouls. Not even 40 seconds into this ball game. Last night, Rivier fell to Western New England 67-53. Wheaton was in a close one most of the way with RPI, but the Engineers ended up surpassing the Lions 70-63. Those 2 teams will meet in the Wheaton Tip-Off Tournament Championship about a half hour after we're finished up with this one. Grumblatt misses the second end of it. 3 of 4 at the line. She's got the only points on the scoreboard. Arnold inside. That's where she does her damage. Works around. Cater can hit it from out there. She takes it off the mark that time. Arnold fights for the rebound. 2 defenders around. Kicked back out. The pass goes behind Abby Fernandez. Another turnover for Wheaton. That's their second of this ball game. Wheaton returning all of their scoring from last season, did not graduate or lose anybody to the portal. They were picked 8th in the NUMAC preseason poll. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line, no good that time from Dufries. Walters pushes it back up floor. Fernandez will drive into the paint. She loses it, ball on the ground. Muchmore hits the deck for it, and Deanna Purcell calls a timeout from the sidelines there from Rivier. We'll take our first break. Slow start here from Emerson Gym. Just over a minute in. It's Rivier 3, Wheaton nothing on the NUMAC Sports Network. Rivier ball coming out of the timeout. Muchmore straight away. She's the one that hit the deck, that had that timeout called to retain possession. Top of the key, handoff. Muchmore gets it from Dufries. Good defense there. Straight up from Cater. Wheaton will go the other way. Jasperson, sophomore guard out of Sacramento, dishes inside to Arnold. And she took steps before putting the rock on the floor. Another turnover there for Wheaton. Something that's plagued them all of last season. Need to limit those turnovers on the offensive end. Good dish inside, wide open. For the bucket, her first one of the day, it's Anna Stenger, senior out of Ware, New Hampshire. 5-0 Raiders. Jasperson now dishes off to Fernandez. All the way to the hoop, off the glass, rolls out, and Grumblatt's going to push. Swings it to the left side. There's much more. Baseline, floated back outside. Grumblatt gets it from Stenger. 15 on the timer. Inside, Dufries posts up and scores. All Raiders early on. Arnold posts. Count it! And the foul. There's Wheaton's first bucket. From the sophomore forward, Nasha Arnold. Had a solid performance last night. 10 points, 8 rebounds. In the 7-point loss over RPI. First foul against Rivier. It's charged to Lyric Grumblatt. Arnold finishes it off, the 3-point play at the stripe. Wheaton's on the board, 3 minutes in. A lot of space created there as Cater went to the floor. Stenger wasn't able to knock it down. Jasperson inside, pulls up, fast break. Clanks off the rim, battle for the rebound, and it's won by Carrier. Carrier, good dish up floor, wide open. Swung inside, and good ball movement there from the Raiders. Stenger to Dufries for 2. And a timeout taken by interim head coach for Wheaton, Allison Chernow, in her 4th year on the sidelines for the Lions. We'll step away again. Raiders in front by 6. Some substitutions out of the timeout here for Wheaton. Anaya Boston, Maddie Mueller, and Tatum Young all on the floor. That's Tatum Young with the ball now, the first year out of Forsyth, Illinois. Anaya Boston dribbles with the left hand off the glass, can't get it. And another rebound for Carrier. She'll take it herself. Much more dish inside through the lane, and fouled going for 2 is Stenger. Another trip to the free throw line here for Rivier. Their second one of the day. Third trip to the free throw line today. First time it's somebody besides Lyric Grumblatt. Stenger knocks down the first of 2. Rivier making the trip down to Norton, Mass. this weekend from Nashua, New Hampshire. It's the first time they faced off against Wheaton College in school history. Stenger 2 of 2. Rivier is up to an 8-point lead. Not even halfway into the first quarter. Young puts it on the floor, had it knocked away. Tight defense from Carrier, and he strips it away. Grumblatt fed on the baseline. There's Stenger. Now Muchamore is going to call out a set from up top. Right wing, Dufries swings it left. They'll work it around the perimeter. Muchamore puts it on the floor. Good find. Grumblatt open for 3. A little too strong, and good job there by Nasha Arnold, skying up for the rebound. Young up floor to Fernandez. Maddie Mueller posts up, drop step with the right off the glass, comes up short. Rebound there for Dufries. Raiders in transition. Nearly lost out of bounds, and they did. Stenger couldn't control the dribble. Young picks up the dribble, now Fernandez. Anaya Boston swings it right back to Fernandez. Mueller, drop step again, comes up short. She'll track down her own rebound. Arnold tipped it. Arnold pump fakes a three, now takes the long two and sinks it. She's got all 5 for the Lions. Stenger. Straight away, now it's Dufries. 3-ball, rattles it in. Fast start for the Raiders. Arnold will try it again. Can't go over Grumlat. Ball tipped around, and it's corralled by Dufries. Muchmore is going to take her time bringing it up floor. Grumblatt straight away, right back, left wing to Muchmore. 10 on the shot clock. Inside, Grumblatt's going to post up on Boston, and nobody there, throws it away. Fernandez, transition the other way. He's going to pull up, knocks that one down right over Muchmore. Fernandez got her first bucket. She had 12 points and played nearly the entire game last night. 36 minutes for the junior out of a Sonnet. Grumblatt into a double team, swung back out, Carrier. Muchmore, long range, hits it. Rivier shot the 3-ball pretty well last night. They're 2 of 3 from downtown so far. Inside, Mueller counted and the foul. Good cut from Maddie Mueller and a good find from Fernandez. Mueller will go to the line for one shot. The senior out of Carver, Massachusetts. Originally came in the class of 2025. And actually reclassed a year ahead, so she'll graduate a year early. Now part of the senior class alongside Emma Kiernan, who's in her second year for Wheaton College. Kiernan, a transfer out of Wesleyan. Right as I say that, Kiernan checks into the ball game after Mueller knocks down the free throw. Grumblatt. Tight defense there from Walters. Also into the game for Riviera is Stafford. Stafford had the rock in her hands and got fouled. Foul on the floor, though, so it'll be inbound on the baseline here for Riviere. Another substitution here for the Lions. Regan Cater's going to come back in, and Nasha Arnold will get her first breather. Fresh 20 on the shot clock here off the inbound. Stafford can't finish with the left hand. Walters across the timeline. Walters inside, dishes Cater. Short 2, comes up short. Got her own rebound now. She'll post up on Stafford. Turns around left side. Short again. And the rebound there for the first year, Ava Cry. Unforced error there. Stenger lost it off the dribble out of bounds. Turnover for the Raiders. Gives it right back to the Lions as Muchmore is going to head to the bench. It's going to be replaced by Stenger, who checks back in. Young all the way to the hole, got wrapped up, and it's going to be a jump ball arrow going the other way. It's going to be Riviere basketball. Get it into Carrier on the inbound. She's going to lose Boston in the forecourt now, slow down the offense. Carrier, errant pass, looking for Grumblatt. Walters comes up with a steal, gives it to Tatum, now in the hands of Boston. Anaya Boston, good pass inside. Kiernan just couldn't bring it down and gather. It's a good find for the first year Boston to the senior Kiernan. Maybe just a bit too tall on the pass. Ava Cry with the basketball now, the first year out of beautiful Wells, Maine. Inside, Stafford got fouled from behind. We're going to cater with a little push there as Stafford was going up. It's the fifth team foul against Wheaton, so Rivier will have free throws for the remaining 2 minutes in the first quarter. Stafford sinks the first one at the line. Senior out of South Kingstown, Rhode Island. Later high school ball at the prestigious St. Andrews Prep School. Off the mark on the second one. Walters going to waste no time pushing that up the floor. Cater wide open straight away. Can't get it. Long rebound into the corner for Boston. And Boston's going to be fouled by Stenger. Only the third team foul this quarter here against Rivier, so Wheaton not yet into the bonus. 2 more subs here for the Raiders. Much more is going to check back into the game. Joining her is going to be number 32, Rachel Ginn. Ginn had a good shooting night last night. Came off the bench, had 3 triples for a 9-point performance. Triple here from Boston. Can't knock it down, and the 50-50 ball is going to go out of bounds off of Wheaton. Much more finds Cry. Short corner, it's Ginn. Swung back near side. Carrier. Now Ginn feeds inside. Stafford, reverse. Can't finish. Rebound for Cater. She'll outlet it up floor to Boston. Boston, pull up J. Off the mark. Rebound in traffic for Fernandez. And a jump ball's going to keep it here with Wheaton. Fernandez, the heart of this Wheaton College team, a 3-year starter and now named captain in her junior season. 2 years ago in her rookie year, she won NUMAC Rookie of the Year. Coming off a 12-point performance last night. Walters, baseline into traffic, and she got fouled. Strong take there, the sophomore guard, Kiki Walters. A lot of playing time, a lot of starts in her first year last season out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. Sinks the first of 2 at the line. Just under 1 minute to play here in the first quarter of action. Second one from Walters, up and in. 6-point ball game. Carrier finds Muchamore. Muchamore puts it on the floor. Now it's Ginn outside. The lefty can shoot it. Tight defense there from Kiernan. Now it's Cry left side. Right back to Ginn. 10 on the shot clock again. Muchamore. ISO'd with Walters. Now Cry goes baseline in traffic as it tipped away, and Kiernan comes away with it. Walters had Fernandez wide open up floor. Couldn't find her. Cater outside. Off the mark on the 3. Missed opportunity there from Wheaton. Abby Fernandez is going to have an easy bucket on the left side. Walters just didn't see her. And now Rivier with a chance here to hold for 1. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds. Much more floater with the right. Too strong. Cater pulls it down. Wheaton has to push. 3 seconds. Jasperson up floor. Fernandez going to get a deep 3 off. And a little too much mustard on that one. And that's how the first quarter will come to an end. First 10 minutes down here inside Emerson Gymnasium. Raiders in front, 18-12. We'll be right back. Second quarter coming up next on the NUMAC Sports Network. It's going to be Rivier ball coming out here to start the second quarter. They've got a 6-point lead on the road over Wheaton College here in the first game of championship day of the Wheaton College tip-off tournament. This one will be for third place, Western New England RPI, coming up next to decide the champion. Grumblatt looking to score. She's been quiet for a while, and that streak's going to continue off the mark there. Dufries leading the way for Rivier right now. She's got 7 on 3 of 4 shooting from the field. For the Lions, Nasha Arnold has 5. Cater inside trying to go to work, and she will. Good finish with a left hand there from Regan Cater. Coming off a career-high 18 points last night. And shot the ball extremely well from the field. 7 for 11 last night in the loss to RPI. Now it's a 4-point ball game. Muchmore was looking for Grumblatt backdoor. Ball got kicked. It'll stay here with Rivier. Carrier pulls up, got blocked by Cater. Cater pulls it down now, Walters. Walters, dribble hesitation, baseline into traffic. Allison Chernow looking for a foul call from the sidelines, not going to get it. Carrier will push it herself. Stenger inside, finishes. Good bucket there from Stenger. Inside, count it. And the foul. Emma Kiernan's got her first bucket of the afternoon. Senior forward out of Wayland. Her second year in the blue and white after playing the first 2 years of a collegiate career at Wesleyan down in Middletown, Connecticut. One shot here for Kiernan on the line, and she makes it. Closest this game has been since the start. Wheaton trailing by 3. Stenger, left wing, looking for another bucket. Grumblatt straight away. Fernandez there on D. Good find inside, floated into Stenger. Took a wild shot with a left hand. That one was well off the mark. Fernandez back in control on the offensive end. Cater, post, double teamed, and walked with it. That's Wheaton's 9th turnover of this game. Still 7.5 to go in the second quarter. And nothing happening there for Stenger. Goes into a wall with Regan Cater and Emma Kiernan. Dennis Jasperson. Straight away, Cater. Down the near side, 3-ball. Kiernan took a hard bouncing out and goes out of bounds untouched. Going the other way. Stafford's going to come back into the game here for Rivier. She'll replace Stenger. Stafford. 3-ball on the way. Dufries can't knock it down. Fernandez will get the rebound and take it herself. Fernandez with Carrier right there on defense. And Carrier was riding her, got called with a foul. Second foul. The second quarter against Rivier. That's the first one charged to Carrier. Jasperson back at the point. Dribble handoff now to Kiki Walters. Fernandez looking for something now. Jasperson worked down to the corner. Shot clock winding down. It's down to 5. Fernandez has to put it up long. 2 rattles it in. Big time bucket there from the junior captain, Abby Fernandez. We've got a 1-point game. Dufresne straight away, worked left wing much more. Stafford, she'll try at a 3-ball. That's well off the mark and right there with nobody in the same zip code. Those Dufresne for one of the easiest buckets she'll ever get. Walters, baseline. Double team, kicked out. Cater, long 2. Can't hit it. Rebound in traffic there for Carrier. Much more. Pulls up, transition. Too strong, long rebound. Walters, she'll push. Has a one-on-one with Carrier. Great defense there from Carrier. It's going to end up leading to a jump ball. It'll stay on this end with the Lions. 3 substitutions here for Wheaton. Young, Boston, and Mueller all back into the game. Walters, Cater, and Jasperson will exit. Boston finds Young off the inbound. Young will take it out to half court, calls out a set. Finds Abby Fernandez. Going to get the high screen from Mueller, worked left. Shot clock under 10 again. Young down the middle of the lane and ends up drawing a foul call, so that'll be a reset on the shot clock to 20. Third team foul against the Raiders in the fourth quarter. Second foul charge to Carrier there. She'll head to the sidelines. Ava Cry going to come back into the game. I was going to say they had Young set up to take free throws there, but was nowhere close to shooting that ball. The referees end up getting it right. Shot clock down to 10. Kiernan inside in the post. And a foul call comes in. Grumblatt thought she had all ball. A very good chance she did, and now she's in foul trouble. Rivier's top scorer with 3 personal fouls with 4:46 to go in the first half. And wisely, head coach Deanna Purcell is going to have her head to the bench probably for the rest of the first half. It's going to send Emma Kiernan back to the free throw line. She's 1 of 1 for the line so far today. First one from Kiernan, rattles out. She's got 3 points today, 1 of 2 from the field, and make that 4 points after she sinks the second. Raiders still up by 2. Cry sends it back to Muchmore. Boston trying to force her left. Now top of the key. Dufresne up with the right, can't get it. Rebound down low. Stafford can't finish, and the fight for the rebound goes to Fernandez. Up floor, too strong on the lead pass, looking for Kiernan. And just like that, Rivier will take possession right back. Fernandez is going to head to the sidelines. Kiki Walters back into the ball game. Stafford swings to the right. Dufresne couldn't finish on the wide open layup. Lucky break there for Wheaton. Had Kiernan beat off the dribble. Young will set it back up, left wing, straight away. It's Boston. High screen from Mueller. Good find there on the pick and roll. Mueller couldn't hold on to it, ends up getting it. Young straight away, 3. Can't hit it home, and now the long rebound goes back out to Kiernan. Pass was tipped. Still loose in the corner, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Stafford. And after all that, the Lions retain possession. Mueller's going to come out now. Cater back into the game. Cater not having as good of a shooting night as she did last night. She's 1 of 7 from the floor right now for 2 points. Not sure what's going on here. Kiernan asked by the officials to go back over to the table. Meeting with athletic trainer Sam Trotty right now on the sidelines. Might be a little scratch, maybe a little blood out there, but nothing major as play's about ready to get the start back up as Cater jogs back onto the floor. 3:34 to go. Raiders in front by 2. Both of these teams looking to avoid going 0-2. The tip-off tournament here. Kiernan in traffic, can't get it. Rebound there for Stafford. Baseball pass up floor, much more. Finds Stenger, and Stenger rejected by Cater. Cater sends it away. It's going to stay here, though, with Rivier. 2 more subs here for the Lions. Fernandez checks back in. And Cheyenne Colbert's going to come onto the floor for the first time today. Colbert, the rookie out of Brookline, New Hampshire. Played a couple of minutes in the loss last night. Traveling violation. Stafford whistled there. Possession going back to Wheaton. Young core out on the floor right now for Wheaton. 2 first years, 2 sophomores, and a junior. Fernandez with the ball right now. Great defensive play there from Much More. At the size disadvantage with Cater posting up. Worked around Cater, tapped it out of bounds. So it'll be an inbound here on the baselines for the Lions. .15 here on the shot clock. Here for Wheaton on the inbounds. Be Fernandez to take it out. Positioned left of the basket. Fernandez finds Cater inside. Has the height advantage, can't get it over the rim. The rebound there for Stenger. Much more. Take it up floor. Good ball movement inside. Stafford on the finish. Credit Dufries on the good find. 4-point lead for the Raiders. Floated inside. Colbert has Cater. Puts it up. The rebound corralled by Dufries, who hit the deck. Good give and go there again for the Raiders. The same duo that just did it rolls reverse this time. Stafford finding Dufries. Rivier playing really good basketball right now. Trying to improve to 2-1 on the season. Open up their year with a blowout of Fisher College out of the NAIA with a 74-17 win. A foul here called against Ava Cry. That's her first personal. And Wheaton now in the bonus. 5 fouls against Rivier here in the second quarter. Wheaton has not yet been whistled for a foul. Very lopsided on the scoreboard in terms of that. We'll send Fernandez to the line for 2, and she sinks the first one. Fernandes 2 of 2 at the line. Cuts the deficit back down to 4. Kenneth Jasperson comes back on. She replaces Anaya Boston. Walter's going to apply a little pressure on the inbound, just on much more Cry. Left all alone to take it up floor. Now back in the hands of Muchmore, just beyond half court. Walters playing some tight D. Now left wing Stenger. Stenger sends it right back to Muchmore. Walters pokes it away. Fight for the ball. Muchmore hits the ground, and right there with the shot clock winding down, Cry feeds it inside. Stafford needs to put it up just as time expires. Got the shot off, but couldn't convert. Nearly a miracle basket there for Rivier after what looked like a dead possession in the backcourt. Coming up on a minute to go in the first half. Fernandes swung over. Jasperson to Kiernan. Just barely grazes the rim on the 3 attempt. Stenger comes up with a loose ball. She'll get it over to Muchmore. Now across half court, Dufries. Stafford sends it right back to Dufries on the 3 ball, and Stafford comes up with the offensive board. Fresh 20 for the Raiders. Back out to Muchmore to set things up. And a 5-second violation. You don't see that a lot. The official had the count the whole time, and Walters was right there on defense. And Muchmore just didn't even think of the 5 count. Got whistled for it. Wheaton's going to take a timeout here when we come back. 33 seconds to go until the break. Rivier 26, Wheaton 22 here at the Wheaton College tip-off tournament. Three-second difference. Shot clock and game clock here in the late stages of the first half. Jasperson with possession. Now it's Fernandes. Shot clock down to 15. Kiernan high post. Worked out Jasperson inside. Good ball movement. Tater. Kiernan 3 ball. Can't hit it. Body's hitting the floor for the rebound. And the jump ball is going to be the call. Arrow pointing down the other way. It's going to be Rivier basketball and slow to get up. After hitting the floor, going for the ball is Anna Stenger. She's going to be helped up. Eight seconds left to go in the first half. It will be Rivier with the basketball. They'll have to go the length of the floor here in the final 8 seconds. Boston and Walters going to pressure on defense. They get into Muchmore, who goes right back. That pressure from Wheaton. Muchmore all the way inside, and a blocking foul called on Maddie Mueller as Muchmore went up for the layup, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Now Maddie Mueller a little banged up for Wheaton. It's only the first team foul against Wheaton in the whole second quarter, and there's just 2 seconds to go. Step away here from Emerson Gymnasium. Maddie Mueller was helped off the floor after she was whistled for the blocking foul. 2 seconds to go here in the first half. Muchmore at the line for 2 shots. She knocks down the first one. got 4 points, make that 5 points here in the first half. 2 seconds to go for Wheaton. Kiernan looking inbound. She'll get it into Fernandez. And Wheaton is not going to get a shot off here in the first half. First 20 minutes up and down. Raiders with the 6-point lead. We'll step away here briefly. We'll have the Bay Coast Bank halftime show coming up next here on the NewMax Sports Network. Bay Coast Bank halftime show here from Emerson Gymnasium. End of the first half, Rivier leading Wheaton College 28-22. Leading scorer for both teams right now on Rivier, number 11, Anna Stenger. Stenger's got 11 points, 5 of 10 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3. Chipped in with 4 rebounds. She played 17 out of the 20 minutes in the first half. For Wheaton, not a lot of scoring, but it's spread out for the Lions. Abby Fernandez leading the Lions with 6 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She's got 3 rebounds, 2 assists. She also played 17 minutes. Field goal percentage of the first half for Rivier, 30% on 9 of 30 shooting from the free throw line. The Raiders are 8 of 10 from three-point territory, 2 of 6. The Lions, as a team, shooting 22% from the field, 7 for 31, 0 of 9 from three-point land. The free throw line, shooting at a pretty high clip, 8 of 9 from the stripe for the Lions. Biggest lead for Rivier was 10. That came with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wheaton has yet to lead this ball game. 0 ties, 0 lead changes since tip. It's been a dominated first half for Rivier. Only a 6-point game, but Wheaton just hasn't really came that close. They cut it to 2 at one point. That was the closest they got since tip. Rivier has controlled this game with a balanced scoring attack and just fundamental offense for the Raiders. A lot of give and goes, a lot of screens, crash in the offensive glass. Rivier has 7 assists. Wheaton only has 2, and that's a big part of it. Just fundamentally sound, getting into their offensive sets, getting good looks at the hoop. Wheaton just a little stagnant on the offensive side. Lions are out rebounding Rivier in the offensive glass, 6-4. The defensive glass, it's 18-18. Wheaton with 9 first half turnovers, Rivier with 7. Game far from over though. Raiders leading by 6. We got 5 more minutes till we get going to the second half of action. Here on the NewMax Sports Network, this has been the Bay Coast Bank halftime show. Rivier 28, Wheaton 22. We'll be right back. Second half action coming up next on the NewMax Sports Network. I'm Jackson Walsh. Second half about ready to get underway here from Emerson Gymnasium. It's day 2 of the Wheaton College tip-off tournament. Third place game between the Rivier Raiders and the hosts, Wheaton College Lions. Championship game coming up right after this one with Western New England and RPI. Coming out of the half, Wheaton with the ball, and they'll score to start. Regan Cater inside. That's her second bucket of the day. She's got 4 points. Cuts the Rivier lead to 4. Raiders with a 6-point lead to start the second half, led by their junior forward, number 33, Alexa Dufries. 3 ball there from Stenger, no good. Jasperson tracks down the rebound, and she'll push it up floor. Good pass near side, it's Fernandez. Free throw line, jumper, Cater, can't finish. Arnold, put back, can't get it. And the rebound there for Stenger. Much more, will bring it up floor, picked up on defense by Jasperson, and she's going to lose it. Fernandez. Near side, Jasperson steps into a long 2, too strong, and Grumblatt will pull down the rebound. She's got a 1-on-2, now turning into a 1-on-1. She's going to take it. Fernandez straight up, no foul. Walters comes in to crash the glass. Now Fernandez will slow it down. Trying to dish it to Arnold. Arnold hits the deck. Good job to find Walters. She'll take a long 2, and she knocks it down. 4-0 run here for Wheaton to start the second half. They cut the Rivier lead down to 2. Carrier can't find anyone. Fernandez back the other way. Walters up floor behind the back. What a dish, Fernandez to Walters. And we're level at 28. Rivier's going to take a timeout. Wheaton on a 6-0 run coming out of the break. Lions back in it. We'll step away. More hoops coming up next on the NewMax Sports Network. Lions come storming out to start the second half. They were trailing by 6, now we're tied at 28. Abby Fernandez just made the play of the game, had a steal, then a behind-the-back dish. Grumblatt puts the Raiders back in the lead, the 3 ball straight away. She's been quiet for a while. That's only her second bucket of the day. Her first field goal, I should say, had 3 points before that 3, all coming from the free throw line. And they're going to get Regan Cater with 3 seconds in the lane right there. Rivier will take back over. Grumblatt just gave them their first bucket of the second half. Raiders back in front by 3. Much more. We'll swing it back to Grumblatt. Guarded by Fernandez. 2 best players on the floor. Grumblatt, turnaround. Was going to say it was blocked. Now a foul call is going to come in. To say Regan Cater got the hand of Grumblatt on the turnaround chase. So Lyric Grumblatt will take a trip to the line for 2 shots. She's 3 of 4 from the stripe so far today. Go along with 6 points. Her and Stanger, both the second leading scorers for Rivier, behind Dufries with 11. They've each got 6. Grumblatt can't convert on the first of 2. Grumblatt knocks down the second one. Raiders up by 4. Jasperson wastes no time. Walters The quick transition swings it back out to Jasperson. Jasperson, good feed. Arnold, backdoor, had it knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Lions. .18 on the shot clock. Kenneth Jasperson will take the inbound left of the basket. She'll float it up top to Walters. Good corral there by Walters on a tough inbounds pass. Fernandez feeds Arnold with the left. Can't get it. Hit the bottom of their end. Grumblatt there on the rebound. Much more across half court. Grumblatt way outside. Takes it. Can't hit it, and it'll go out of bounds untouched here on the near side. Jasperson bounce pass off to the right. Arnold now gives it to Walters. Walters right wing. Fernandez straight away picked up by Stenger. Inside Arnold with the height advantage. Spins with the left and in. Took it right into the chest of Carrier. Good basketball there from Nasha Arnold as Carrier. Nobody picked her up all the way to the basket. Missed the layup. Fernandez trying to go coast to coast. Swung outside. Jasperson. 3-ball. Off the mark. Rebound for Grumblatt. Hesitation to the 10. Swatted by Cater. Denied by Regan. Cater at the rim. Each side going to make a substitution here. Anaya Boston back into the game for Wheaton. Stafford and Ginn going to check in for Rivier. Good set off the inbounds. They find Grumblatt inside, turns around, and it rolls in. Pretty shot there from Lyric Grumblatt, and a good pass. Fernandez finds Boston. Boston loses it out of bounds, so turnover gives it right back to the Raiders. Grumblatt guarded by Fernandez, gets the ball screen. Again, pops and knocks it down. Rachel Ginn's got her first bucket of the day, had 9 last night. Walters, finger roll and finishes. Went right under Ginn with the right hand on the left side. A pretty looking move there from Walters. An even better finish. Back to a 4-point game. Stafford straight away. Now dishes left. It's Carrier. Grumblatt off the screen. Straight away. Can't hit. The rebound there for Boston. Boston will take it herself. Now floats it to Fernandez. Fernandez cross court. Walters 3-ball on the way. That's off the mark. And Grumblatt is going to save it. I actually have no idea whose ball this is. The referee pointed in the direction of Rivier. Now it's going to be Wheaton basketball. Might have just got crossed up with which way Wheaton was going on that one. Good job by Abby Fernandez to save that one. Looked like she threw it off of Grumblatt. 20 on the shot clock for the Lions. Inside, Cater goes right up with it. Grumblatt there on defense. Cater swarmed and just throws it anywhere. Arnold saves it from going back court. Fernandez with it now, and the shot clock is down to 10. Fernandez off the dribble, double teamed. Throws it away. Grumblatt with an easy steal. And now Grumblatt will slow it down back the other way. Carrier swings it right. Has Stenger straight away. Stafford. Raiders working around the perimeter. Grumblatt left wide open, and she can't sink it. It just rims out. Stafford on the offensive glass, and she got fouled by Arnold. Going back up for the second chance look. Well, that's going to be Nasha Arnold's third foul. Second team foul here in the third quarter against the Lions. Rivier still with no fouls on the board. 6 minutes in here in the third. Emma Kiernan into the ball game for Wheaton, replaces Arnold. Will go to the bench with 3 fouls. Stafford at the line here for 2 shots. Knocks down the first. Stafford's second trip to the line today. She's now 2 of 3. Make that 3 of 4. Number 25, B. Stafford, the senior out of South Kingstown RI. Another turnover here for Wheaton. They threw it away. Grumblat back across half court. Crosses over behind the back. Couldn't get through 2 defenders. Fernandez took it away. Carrier trailing on defense. Fernandez goes up with a finger roll. Deficit yet again back at 4. Wheaton had it at 28-28. Rivier responded after the quick second half start for Wheaton. Ginn tries the 3. That's off the mark. Didn't hit anything in the rebound for Fernandez. Way up floor, Kiernan. Transition. Bounce pass off to Boston. Boston's going to lose it, and now corralled back up top to Jasperson, and Allison Chernow calls something out from the sidelines. Sets up a Jasperson wide open 3. Can't hit. Ball still loose, and now Stenger is the one to pick it up for Rivier. Way up floor is Grumblat. She'll pull up and knock it down. Lyric Grumblat starting to heat up here in the second half. And Allison Chernow will take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. Rivier still holding that lead. They're up by 6 over the Lions. .250 to go in the third quarter. Rivier 40, Wheaton 34. First of 2 games here on the NewMax Sports Network. It'll be followed by RPI and WNE in the tip-off tournament and the turnovers. Still a problem for the Lions here in the second half. Leads to an easy, wide-open bucket there for Anna Stenger, and that's the last thing you want to see, especially out of your own timeout if you're a Wheaton. They trail by 8. Inside to Cater, and foul picked up from behind against Stafford. Went over the back of Cater to try to pull down the rebound. That's only the first foul against Rivier here in the third quarter. Second one against Stafford. Jasperson on the baseline, finds Walters outside. Walters goes baseline through 2 defenders. Just rolls off the rim, and Stafford grabbed the rebound and went to the floor with it, so she's whistled for a travel, and Wheaton catches a break. It'll stay here on the offensive end. Anaya Boston with it left wing. Now Jasperson straight away, steps into a 3. That gets wedged and bounces right into the hands of Grumblat. Not working from outside for Wheaton. 0 of 13 from 3 as a team, and the Rivier lead is up to double digits now. And a much more with a floater on the baseline, 44-34. 1:40 to go in the third. Walters going to draw the foul. We're going to get much more with the blocking foul there. It's only much more's first personal. She's having herself a nice day right now. 7 points for the senior out of her hometown, Nashua, New Hampshire. .15 on the timer. Cater inside. That was waved off before the bucket there. I think they got Cater with a 3-second violation again. That's the second time that's happened in the second half. It was whistled right as she caught it. Wheaton in a dangerous spot here, trailing by 10. Just over a minute to go, and left wide open again. I mean, wide open for the bucket. It was Dufries. Drove in from the free throw line, untouched, and Fernandez has her pass picked off. Grumblatt takes it away. Grumblatt alive and well here in the second half. She's got herself 4 steals, now 11 points. 8 of those 11 points coming in the second half. She'll try another 3, and she hits it. Lyric Grumblatt unconscious here in the second half. Raiders 15-point lead, their biggest of the afternoon. They're on a 21-6 run right now. This game was 28-28. Just a couple minutes in to the start of the second half. The third quarter's dwindling down here. 22 seconds to go. Cater trying to will Wheaton back into it. Shot clock is off. 12 seconds on the game clock. 13-point lead for Rivier. Who else but Grumblatt with the ball? Grumblatt's going to get the screen. Dribbles left, dishes off. A lot more time on the clock there than Dufries thought she had. Turned around, jacked it up, but Rivier through 3 quarters, leading Wheaton by 13 on the road. Lions, 10 minutes left to do something. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter coming up next on the NewMac Sports Network. Fourth quarter underway here in Emerson Gymnasium. It's going to be Rivier ball, and the Raiders have themselves a 13-point lead thanks to a strong second half performance so far from Lyric Grumblatt, but they'll turn it over on the opening possession. Grumblatt had 3 points in the first half. She's now up to 14 points, 4 of 10 shooting, 2 of 6 from 3. Also leading the way for the Raiders, rebounding with 6 of them. Tatum Young finds Kiki Walters. Walters goes behind the back. Lofted inside, tipped away, and another turnover. 17 turnovers here for the Lions. Rivier back-to-back turnovers here to start the fourth. Walters inside, good bounce pass off to Boston. And Boston got fouled. I think they're going to say that foul was on the floor, so no free throws for Boston. It'll be an inbounds here under the basket for the Lions. Carrier's going to come into the game for Rivier. She'll replace Ava Cry, who goes to the bench. Shot clock down to 15. Young finds Arnold. Arnold drives in, double teamed. Kicked out to Cater. Shot clock down to 7 and nearly thrown away. Much more almost came up with a steal. It's going to stay here with Wheaton on inbound on the sidelines coming up. Just 5 seconds on the shot clock. Abby Fernandez is going to come back into the game. She'll replace Anaya Boston. Fernandez off the inbound. Needs to put it up. Hoists up the 3, and that missed the rim. Rebound there for Stafford. Much more will cross half court. Much more picked up by Tatum. Bounce pass off to the near side to Carrier. Stafford swings it left. Much more. Now back straight away, Grumblatt. Pass tipped away by Cater. It was Dufries looking for Stafford posting up. Rivier will hold on to it. 11 on the shot clock. They'll have it on the baseline. Wide open off the inbound was Dufries. Couldn't knock down the long 2. Fernandez will take it and push. Abby Fernandez. Coming on from behind. Grumblatt fouls Cater, shooting the 3. Lucky that ball wasn't blocked, and Cater is going to head to the line for 3 shots. Cater with 6 points this afternoon. It's going to be her first trip to the free throw line. Chip it in with 8 rebounds and 4 blocks. Leading the way for the Lions in both of those categories. First to 2 at the line, too strong. Sophomore forward out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Consistently in the starting lineup her rookie season, and that one somehow rims out. So Cater 0 for 2 at the free throw line that trip. Rivier still leading by 13. Stafford will dish it left. Carrier just inside the arc straight away. Dufries pulls up left elbow. Comes up short off the rim. Rebound there for Walters. Walters will slow it down as she crosses the timeline. Dribble right, hands it off to Fernandez. Fernandez now back outside to Young. And they got Regan Cater on 3 seconds yet again. That's the 3rd time they've gotten Regan Cater on 3 seconds here in the second half. You usually see that call not really occur. It's kind of something referees typically don't really monitor that strong, but they're all over Cater for it here in the second half. Another turnover. Back into possession for the Ravers. Much more outside. Nylon from downtown. Rivier cruising here back to a 15-point lead. Lions need to respond, and they need to do it quick. 7:20 to go. Fernandez left wide open. Looks like Carrier got a little banged up on that possession on defense. That resulted in Fernandez being wide open for the layup. Allison Chernow. Going to take a timeout here for Wheaton College. 7:18 to go. Rivier in front by 14. We'll step away. We'll be right back on the New Max Sports Network. It's Rivier and Wheaton. Game 3, the Wheaton College tip-off tournament. Coming out of the timeout, 7:18 to go in regulation. The Rivier Raiders trying to go back to Nashua with a win in the Wheaton College tip-off tournament, looking to take down the hosts here on day 2. They've got themselves a 14-point lead. They've got the basketball right now. It's Dufries. Gets the handoff back from Stafford, long 2. Knocked down by Alexa Dufries. Dufries now leading all scorers with 15 points. Boston tries a 3, comes up short. Wheaton can't get anything going from downtown, and Abby Fernandez is going to be called for the foul. Fernandez looking to grab that ball after Arnold tried to save it on the baseline. Lions trailing by 16, approaching 6.5 to play. Dufries drives baseline too strong. The rebound there for Arnold, and Dufries with a frustration foul there. Fouls Arnold after her own miss. Second personal foul against Dufries' third team foul here in the fourth quarter against Rivier. Fernandez trying to get downhill. Picks up her dribble, right elbow, now outside Kiernan. Walters. She got fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Thought about the three-point ball there, elected to go with a pump fake and drive, and she'll be rewarded with 2 at the stripe. Kiki Walters with 8 points today on 3 of 6 shooting. It's her second trip to the line today. She's a perfect 2 of 2 so far, and she knocks down the first of 2. As a team, Wheaton shooting 72% from the free throw line, 8 of 11. That number just went up as Walters knocks down both of hers. Lead down to 14 for Rivier. Carrier trying to get around Walters. Left block, and Walters is going to pick up the foul. Looked like could have let that one slide. Wasn't a ton of contact applied by Walters. Carrier just kind of lost her dribble, went to the floor, but luckily for the Raiders, the foul call came in. Dufries throws up a prayer, and it went in. Just picked up her dribble, chucked it, actually swished it in. Everything going right for the Raiders right now. Dufries up to 17 points for the junior out of Leicester. Kiernan floated inside Arnold in the post, turns around. Too strong rebound. Corralled there for Emily Coleman for Rivier, and going to be whistled with a travel. Coleman into the game for the first time today. The first year out of Saco, Maine. Played her high school hoops at Thornton Academy. Tatum Young checks back into the game for Wheaton, along with Regan Cater, Kiernan, and Boston head to the bench. We're going to do it again off the inbounds here. It'll stay with Wheaton on the loose ball. Nasha Arnold traveled. She brought the ball down. Another turnover. That's plaguing Wheaton right now, not helping them. Trailing by 16 with under 5.5 to play. Tight pressure there from Walters. They're going to lead Dufries wide open, and Dufries is going to make them pay. Leading scorer on the floor with 17 points, left absolutely wide open. And Rivier up to their biggest lead at 19, and it's not going to stop here. A turnover. Grumblatt going the other way. Inside. Coleman throws it up and throws it in. 21-point lead for the Lions and Wheaton. 21-point lead for the Raiders, and the Lions are going to take a timeout. The floodgates opening here inside Emerson Gymnasium. Rivier 61, Wheaton 40. We'll be right back. NUMAC Sports Network Women's Basketball. Everything going right for the Rivier Raiders right now. They lead by 21 points over Wheaton College with 4:55 to go. Alexa Dufries, 20 points for Rivier. She's got 5 points in the last 2 possessions as Walters takes it to the hole, and she's fouled. Another trip to the free throw line coming up for the sophomore guard, Kiki Walters. Dufries lighting it up for Rivier. 20 points on 9 of 18 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3. Throw in 4 rebounds for the junior forward, as well as Walters stays perfect from the free throw line, 5 of 5 on the afternoon. Six of 6 now for Walters. Quietly having a nice game and quietly leading Wheaton in scoring. She's got 11. Fernandez right behind her with 10. Fernandez has a steal going the other way all alone with the left and in. That's Abby Fernandez' 5th steal of this game. Last 2 years, she's always been towards the top of the conference in her steal numbers. A really good defender, has the assignment of guarding Lyric Grumblat today. Coleman, right elbow. Dufries tries it again. That misses off the left iron that time, and Fernandez comes in to pull down the board. Fernandez across half court, all the way to the hole. Tough shot with the right and in. A little life here for Wheaton. They're on a 6-0 run. Still have time, just under 4 minutes, trailing by 15, but they're going to have to do it fast. Coleman, right wing now, Grumblat straight away. Dufries, left side, Coleman on the cut, and they're called Cater for the reach-in foul there on the pass. Just reached over Coleman, trying to come up with a steal that time. Only the 3rd team foul of the 4th quarter here against Wheaton College, so no free throws yet for Rivier. It'll be an inbound on the baseline. Dufries somehow not whistled with the travel and ends up throwing it away in front of her own bench. So Wheaton still with a chance here, 3.5 to go. Gonna need some quick buckets here. Fernandez will set it up outside. Fernandez gets the ball, screen from Cater. Goes baseline, swung outside, Arnold spins in the paint with a left, comes up short. And it's gonna get whistled for going over the back there to grab her own rebound off the miss. Sydney Ropes into the game for Wheaton after the last stoppage. Junior guard out of Duxbury, Massachusetts. Allison Chernow probably putting Ropes in here in the late stages, looking for some production from three-point territory, somewhere where Wheaton has had none of it. 0 of 14 from 3. Grumblat with the circus finish. And one. Lyric Grumblat having herself a weekend. She's got 16 on the afternoon, following up a 24-point performance last night, and she'll go to the line for one shot after the bucket and the foul. It's the 3rd personal foul charged to Abby Fernandez, and Grumblat converts the and one. She's got 17. Walters goes baseline, foul on the floor. That time it's going to get charged to Anna Stenger. Both teams in the bonus now, 5 apiece, so every foul the rest of the way will result in free throws. Kiki Walters back at the line for 2 shots. She's a perfect 6 of 6 from the stripe this afternoon. Jinxed her on that one, too strong. The first of 2. Walters 0 of 2 on that trip. Arnold comes up with the rebound, puts it up, rattles out. Ball tipped around, and they're going to say it's Rivier basketball. Under 3 to play. Rivier in front by 18, and this one pretty close to being just about over. Wheaton in serious danger of starting off the season 0-2. Dufries puts it on the floor, trying to get around Arnold. Walters comes up on D. She's going to get whistled for the foul. She went for the strip there, so that's going to send Dufries to the line for 2 shots. Dufries with 20 points on the afternoon. This is her first trip to the free throw line. Dufries knocks down the first of the pair at the stripe. 2 of 2 on that trip. Rivier back in front by 20 with 2.5 to go. Fernandez thrown inside to Cater. Dufries going to get whistled for the foul there, so now Regan Cater will take her turn at the line. Cater's second trip to the free throw line. She's 0 of 2 from the stripe today. Cater knocks down the first one. Coming up next, we'll have the tip-off tournament championship between the Western New England University Golden Bears and the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Engineers. RPI and WNE coming up next on the NewMax Sports Network. This one not over yet, though. Fernandez with the steal and the score. 6th steal of the day for Abby Fernandez, the junior captain out of a Sonnet. Grumblat to the hole, can't finish that time. Another wild finger roll, too strong there from Lyric Grumblat. Sydney Ropes throws it inside to Arnold. Arnold spins, turns, shoots, rolls out. Rebound there for Dufries. Much more will take her time, bringing it up floor. Crosses half court, gets around Ropes. Euro step, throws it up, can't get it. Arnold with the rebound. Fernandez pushes Cater out in front. Bounce pass to Cater. And too strong on the lead pass there was Fernandez looking for Regan Cater. 1:22 to go. Raiders 16-point lead. They can smell it. Good chance to go back to Nashua with a 1-1 weekend. Carrier. 18 on the shot clock. Carrier drives left, looks for something. Stenger outside, and Stager walked with it. Traveling violation against Rivier. Fernandez across half court, under 1 minute to play. Cater free throw line. Can't hit it. Carrier with the rebound and should just about do it with 45 seconds to go. Grumblat wide open back door with a cherry on top. Lyric Grumblat, 19 points. Coming off of the 24-point outburst last night in the loss against Western New England. And another steal for Rivier, and they can now dribble out the clock. The Rivier Raiders come into the Wheaton College tip-off tournament, drop the opening game to Western New England last night, then come back and take the win against the hosts, 68-50. Raiders improve to 2-1 on the season. Wheaton falls to 0-2. Coming up next for Rivier, they'll be home against in-state rival Plymouth State on Tuesday night. For the Lions, they'll be on the road up in Newton on Wednesday against LaSalle. Wheaton will not be back home for nearly another month. A long road stretch ahead for the Lions. Next home game will be December 9th against Bridgewater State last one of the first semester for the Lions. Final score 68-50. Time for the Goat City Pump postgame show. Rivier with a huge 18-point win here in Game 3, the third place game of the Wheaton College tip-off tournament. Leading the way, player of the game for Rivier, number 33, Alexa Dufries, the junior out of Leicester. 22 points on 9 of 19 shooting, 2 of 3 from three-point territory. Perfect 2 of 2 at the free throw line and contributed with 5 rebounds in her 32 minutes. Right alongside of her, another fantastic performance for number 23, Lyric Grumble, at 19 points on 6 of 13 shooting. 2 of 3 from 3, 5 of 7 at the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 steals. A fantastic performance in 30 minutes for Lyric Grumblat. On the other side, Abby Fernandez had a fantastic game for Wheaton College. Shot at a very high eclipse from the field. 7 of 11 from the field for Fernandez, 16 points to go along with 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 steals. Played all but 5 minutes in this game. Fernandez was trailed by Kiki Walters with 12 points, just 3 field goals, but got it done at the free throw line. Walters went 6 of 8 from the stripe. Final score here from Emerson Gymnasium, Rivier 68, Wheaton College 50. Don't go anywhere, though. We got another one coming up, the tip-off tournament championship between Western New England and RPI. Coming up next on the New Max Sports Network. As always, thanks for being with us. I'm Jackson Walsh.